McCauley Shanker Group, featuring Robin McCauley on lead vocal there. And, well, I tell you what, Chris, for a guy who started off sick at the beginning of the show, you seem to kind of snapped out of it.
Oh, no, I feel like ass.
I didn't say you feel better. I just said you don't sound bad.
If you were like, we can stop now, I would not complain, but I'll tough it out for another hour and a half.
All right.
I don't feel good at all, but whatever. I think all this yelling has taken a lot of the gargle out of my fucking throat, you know.
Are you taking anything? Are you taking any kind of Advil or anything?
Nah. No. I probably will. I've got Theraflu and shit up there in the closet, but I didn't want to take it before the show because I didn't want to get sleepy.
Yeah, you don't want to get all drowsy and shit.
Yeah. So after the show, when I start putting the video together, right before I go and allegedly go to sleep, I will definitely throw some Theraflu in me, and hopefully that'll let me sleep because, you know, I got a busy day tomorrow. I got video to do and football to watch.
All right. Well, I got to tell you though, last night I had kind of like a stressful week at work, and I haven't been sleeping well. For some reason, I keep waking up at 3 o'clock. I don't know why. Right about 3 o'clock in the morning, I keep waking up.
Right. I hate that.
And you know, I get up, I get some water, you know, I kind of like, I'll watch a YouTube video, then I'll go, and I told you about this before. I listened to this thing called Mortis Media.
Okay.
On YouTube. It just tells like spooky stories and shit.
Right, yeah.
And usually if I can relax enough, I can go back to sleep for a couple more hours.
Right.
So last night I was, you know, I Friday night, I get home, I have some dinner, you know, I check out some YouTube videos and whatnot. So I thought, you know, I'm going to settle in and watch a movie. It's probably like by 8 o'clock maybe. And so I start watching a movie, and before I know it, I'm just passed out.
Nice.
3 o'clock rolls around, wake up. So,
wide awake.
Fuck. So being it's Saturday, I don't have to get up or anything. So I watched a couple of YouTube things, and then I thought, you know what? It's 4:30 in the morning, and I'm still wide awake, and I want to sleep in a little bit. So I break out the wine.
Okay, nice.
Break out some red wine. Drink about a glass and a half of that. Mm-hmm. I'm out. Slept till almost 11.
Nice.
So it was like a relaxer / sleeping pill.
Yeah. I know what I've been doing lately, which has really helped, is YouTube has pretty much every football game that's ever been played on it.
Yeah, that's what you told me.
And I use that a ton. I just turn on a game and it'll play. It'll on my TV, on the Apple TV, and probably with all the others as well, but on the Apple TV through the app, it'll play 2 games back to back. So it'll play
6
like
hours
5 to 6 hours of football.
Yeah.
And I'm gone. And you know, and you know, I have no interest in the games. You know, that when you're sitting there and you're watching 1977, the Redskins versus the Rams in week 4 or whatever, you know, you start watching it, and I do the same thing every night. I start watching it and I'm like, okay, let me see if I recognize any names of these guys. I start watching. I'm like, oh, look, there's Pat Hayden.
Hey, you know, it's like Kyle Zato.
Yeah, there's Jack Youngblood. You know, it's like all these old names from the past. But the game was so shitty, especially the old game, in the 60s and 70s. I mean, the game was run left, run right, run left, run right. One pass that's like a million miles away from being completed, and then punt. It's crappy football. So, you know, I watch a bunch of those games, and I make sure I don't watch the Browns, because if it's the Browns, I will stop and watch it. So just watching those games, they put me right to fucking sleep. And then I'm out.
Yeah.
Definitely works.
Sure. All right. Well, getting into, since we've been on a good roll for all the crap that's going on out there in our society.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new Rambo movie you're aware of, yeah?
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. Sure.
Rambo Last Blood.
Last Blood. Yeah.
Instead of First Blood, now it's Last Blood.
Thank God. 'Cause we don't need a 90-year-old Rambo.
Yeah. Well, I saw some of the previews of it. Boy, he looks old.
Yeah, he's really he hit the wall a couple of times, like 20 years ago. It looks like, he is 70, isn't he?
Yeah, he's at least close to it anyway.
He's 70 and he made all those boxing movies where he took all the fucking punches. Of course, he looks like an old speed bag.
He does. Well, many in the media are hammering the newly released Rambo Last Blood for being too closely aligned with President Trump's view of the U.S. border with Mexico. So here's the question. Isn't the media just supposed to report the news, not have a biased opinion?
Well, it is news when major movie is taking up the hate.
Yeah, I know, but many in the media are hammering the newly released Rambo.
Yeah, of course. Well, it's hateful.
Aren't you just supposed to report the news?
It's hateful, dude. It's news.
Yeah, aren't you just supposed to report, hey, there's a new Rambo movie out and this is what it's about, instead of going, and I don't like the theme because it represents something that President Trump is for.
That's right.
That's not news. That's an opinion piece.
Yeah, but what is the media today? That opinions are news, apparently. If you've got a blue check next to your name, it's newsworthy.
All right. The liberal Daily Beast has perhaps the most sensationalized headline in this regard. Rambo Last Blood is a Trumpian anti-Mexican nightmare. Do you think Hollywood is supporting Trump? Are you kidding me?
No, definitely not.
What a dumb...
It's beyond stupid. And I know that whatchamacallit, that Stallone is definitely a right-leaning guy. But come on. What about all the other Rambo movies? How come those weren't bad? He was killing all kinds of minorities in every one of them. Was there any Rambo movie where he didn't kill minorities?
Not that I'm aware of.
Even the first one where he was fighting American guys, he killed a black guy, didn't he?
I think so.
I think he did, like a black deputy sheriff or something. Or he hit him in the knee with a spike or some shit. It's been a long time since I watched Rambo movies, but yeah, come on. And he's killed aliens before. They were like true aliens, but not Mexican aliens, but real aliens. Predator. Come on.
You mean undocumented citizens?
Undocumented citizens from another galaxy.
Right. Yes, Sylvester Stallone's Vietnam veteran John Rambo has gone full Make America Great Again because, making America great, that's racist.
I love how they can say that with a straight face and not realize how stupid that sounds.
Yeah, because, it's a terrible thing to make your country great. It's just terrible.
Yeah. How did we literally take that phrase, make America great again, and turn that into, that makes you the worst. You're the worst if you want to make the place that you live great. How dare you? So dumb.
It's almost like saying, make your neighborhood safe and clean again. Racist!
Asshole!
Don't you realize there's people in the ghetto that don't have it as good as you? How dare you clean your streets and expect the place to be safe?
Dickhead, throw your McDonald's bags in the yard. Asshole!
Yeah, why would you want to make your area that you live a good place to live?
Dump your trash in the middle of the cul-de-sac.